Welcome, everyone. We're back to the show, and you already know what it is. It's your boy Don Big from the Don Big Show, of course, of course, of course. So, I just want to thank real quick all the viewers are logged in an hour ago with the great guests that I have on the show, songwriter and singer, country singer, Garrett Walker, great guy. And I just want to thank Shelby and Charlotte for making that happen. Really thank you guys so much. And definitely thank the viewers for popping in and showing some love. Showing the love, because that's what it's all about, right? So today we got another great guest coming on the show. She has a series that she's working on called Grams, okay? And I'm not talking about the Grams, talking about Grams, the movie, a series, okay? So she's an actress and she's a producer, and she goes by the name of Andi Poland, guys. So we have her here on the screen. We're going to bring her up. So people, please welcome Andi Poland to the show. Hi, Andi.
Hi,
Andi. Hi, Andi. So, how's it going? How you been?
Everything's great. Having a good summer.
Okay.
How about you?
Same thing. Having a great summer. And working hard because I got to do what I got to do, right? So, first of all, I want to thank Jennifer for making this possible for the both of us. So big shout out to Jennifer Dawn, great friend of both of us. And so let's start with you telling us how this all began for you.
The series?
The acting. Let's talk about the acting. How did it all begin for you? Because I know I read a little bit of your bio. You said that as a young girl you started acting, but your parents weren't really too happy with it. So
No.
so it's like you stopped for a small section of your life, and then you had children, and then you started again. So tell me how that started and where it stopped.
Well, everything you said is true. As a little kid, I always wanted to act, but my parents were like, no way. So I did what I could, school plays and whatever I could get my hands on. Once I was out of the house, different story. I did my own thing.
Right.
When I was 21, I started going to New York, taking classes. I didn't really book anything. I was a member of AFTRA since 1978 when I first got married. So I took classes for a while, did a couple of auditions, and then came the family. So 21 years later, 2003, back again. I did a community play in Connecticut, and then I started doing background work. I did not have any idea till I did the background work how incredible the health insurance is for the whole family. So $100 a month for the family through Screen Actors Guild. So my mission was to, keep making enough money. And unless you're guaranteed something, you have to continue to do background. So I bought a couple of old cars because there's so many period pieces out there. That got me a ton of work. And I was able to make my health insurance and still take classes and still do. But then came COVID a few years ago. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm doing my thing. So I started taking classes religiously, had a career coach, got an agent, got a manager. Sorry about my voice. I just got a laryngitis. Excuse me. Things have been happening. I did get a few small parts before that. I think I told you my very first role speaking was with Matt Damon. What a joy. And when they told me that, I thought I was going to be petrified. I've never been more at home. I just feel like I belong there. And he's such a nice guy, really welcoming. And so since 2003, I've again done background and done some auditioning, but the last few years, that's when I really went to town, doing a lot of auditions. I booked a role last August in a movie called New York City Tips and Tricks, which was filmed in Coney Island.
Okay.
And mostly, like I said, auditioning, taking classes, and a lot more of that than mostly auditions. I do have a manager and an agent, but many of the auditions I get on my own through websites. So that's it. And then the web series. I never intended to do a web series. 2014, unfortunately, my youngest son committed suicide.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And he left an 8-page note for the family, but he left me an index card that said, "Mom, please keep up your acting. You're destined for greatness." So I said, what can I do for him? So I've had this story in my head for like 35 years since
wow, that's a long time.
Since my 41-year-old daughter was 5.
Wow.
So she did. It was very embarrassing. Anyone I told it to said, "You got to put it to Reader's Digest." Never did anything. So I'm like, okay, here's an opportunity. Get my friends, make a little 10-minute movie of it. Unfortunately, 2016, during post-production, my other son, Kenny, left. So decided to do one more episode in his name. And we just had such a great time as a group of actor friends that doing them, but they didn't make a whole lot of sense. Every story was not connected to the last one. It was more like sketch comedy. My good friend Johnny Paisano, who plays Angelino, he was a social worker one episode, a game show contestant the next.
This guy's everywhere. He's this. What's going on?
And now he's Angelino, the rock star, which is funny because he really is a lead guitarist in the Willie Niles band.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So it fits him, But when Sue Kessler, who's my director, writer, editor person, came on board, she goes, "That's it. Everyone's getting one role." So we're all somebody now, the same thing every episode, and they connect, they make sense.
Right. So you got some friends here, Andy. You got was it Nancy?
Oh,
Nancy Lee. She said, "Hey, Chickie.
Love you, Nancy."
Okay, we love you, Nancy. Okay. We got Alicia and
love Alicia.
Hey, Alicia. And who else we have here? Donna Ray.
Donna Roy Rindos. Yep.
Yes. Hey, what's going on? Thank you guys for logging in and showing support. Love you guys. Thank you so much. So you must have been devastated, after losing your children. How long after that did you start filming? Because I'm pretty sure it
wasn't that long after.
It wasn't that long. Okay.
My first one passed away July of 2014. An episode in 2015, and it was edited in 2016.
16, right?
Yeah, and then it's been going ever since.
Wow, that's I have to tell you, you're brave and you're a strong woman.
Thank you.
Because I don't, as a father, I lost my parents, and I'm still trying to cope from that, and I lost them years ago. So I can just imagine a child, your loved one, your baby.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So I take my hat off to you and my hair. That you bounced back very quickly, and got on your grind to do what you do best. And
well, it's not a matter of bouncing back. It's just, what do I do?
Right.
Lost without my sons.
Right.
So doing something for them certainly helps. Some of the names you're seeing on the screen are actually other moms from my support group.
Okay.
That have lost children.
Okay.
And that I've never met in person, but we talk all the time.
Wow.
I met Alicia.
Right. We're gonna have to meet up somewhere where we can all meet up.
That's what we're trying to do.
Awesome.
Oh, Smitty, the guy that plays Smitty's on there.
Maybe
Randy, he plays Smitty
Randy.
on my.
Where are you, Randy?
He plays Smitty on my web series.
Okay, Randy. Oh,
He's security. He's security for the rock star.
Okay, Randy, easy killer. Okay.
But it's a great. We're just having such a great time. Randy actually knows an investor that might be interested in it, so that's exciting. Him and his wife Tara helped put together a package because I don't know the first thing about presenting to an investor. Right. And his wife works at a college in drama. So with her help, we put together a package, and fingers crossed, we'd love to start doing 30-minute episodes. If it makes any money at all, I'd like the proceeds to go to suicide awareness and prevention in the schools. We don't really have someone for that. The guidance counselors are too busy with the bad kids and the gray, whatever they do. But I know that, I know that in schools in Massachusetts, for instance, they have that program.
I'm from Boston. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm from Boston. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's gotta be starting really young, not just high school, like right. Kindergarten age, not talking about suicide, but right. saying to kids, what do you do when someone bullies you? Right. What do you do? Teaching them to get it out, not to be ashamed, talk when you have a problem. So that's my goal,
Awesome. I think that's a great thing.
Well, if I can stop one parent going through what we've been through, it's worth it,
Yes, it is. Saving one life is worth it, I say it all the time, it's not easy, to do what we do. And when you lose someone valuable to you, you try to find a way to make sure that someone else don't go through that same situation, or what can you do to help them to, because a lot of people break down, they break down where they just don't come back out of that,
Well, so I know. I'm in a support group. Like I said, I'm in a few support groups on Facebook. Right. And the head of one of the support group interviewed me for over an hour, kind of like this.
Right.
On Zoom, something I know.
We got Bob here. What's up, Bob? Thank you for joining, Bob.
Anyway, hi, Bob. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so I forgot where I was.
We were talking about the support groups.
Yeah, there was a point. Bob, now I'm mad at you, Bob. You lost my train of thought.
Bob, you got nervous.
Yeah, no, really.
Bob, you threw out her content. So yeah,
we was going to say, completely forgot.
So we was talking about support groups, and some people don't.
Oh, okay.
Come back from
it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, so I did an interview for the head of the support group, and there was a big turnout. And I actually got a email from a lady in Australia that said, "I lost a son. I haven't gotten out of my bed in 6 months, and I watched your show, and you lost 2, and look at everything you're doing. And thank you for the inspiration. I'm up and I'm out now." So it was wonderful to hear that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is why I love the show, because you never know who you meet and what they go through and who you can touch with your amazing stories.
Yeah, right.
And you being a parent, losing 2 and doing amazing, because you're doing great things. You can inspire other women that is not as strong, and give them that push and that energy to say, hey, get up, do what you need to do, and move forward.
Well,
I lost.
Besides this, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go.
I was just going to say, besides the support groups, of course, I met some amazing moms who I adore. Acting itself, it's so therapeutic to be someone else.
Yes.
When I get an audition or part or whatever, I dive into that character. I'm not the grieving mom. Right then and there, I can step away out of that role and be somebody else for the day. And I really don't think about them during that. What's really amazing is the director, Sue Kessler, when she came into my life, She said, I'd like to write an episode. I'd like to take it to another level. And I said, great, let's talk to the other Grahams. Let's give her a shot, see if we like what she writes. So she wanted, I have a pool, and because COVID was the summer of 2020, so COVID was really up. So she wanted to do an outdoor episode. So she said, can I come over, look at your pool? And I said, sure. And she said, just text me your address. So I did. And she said, you live in Milford? I said, yeah. And she goes, and your last name's Poland? I said, yeah. And she said, I used to work in Milford before I got my start, my break. I was a teacher at Harborside Middle School. And I said, my kids went there. She goes, Todd? She said, we were so close.
Oh my God.
So I know, I really feel like he sent her. I mean, how many writers, director out there, and this one woman who was really close to my son pops out of nowhere.
Wow.
And she's
that was meant to be. That was meant to be.
I thank Todd every day for her,
Wow.
I know it's her.
Yeah. And it's important to work with a great team, right? Because sometimes you can go for an audition and you can get the part, right? You can get the part. But when you go to audition, you and the director are not bumping heads. The cast is not, you're not really feeling the vibes. So,
No, the cast, we don't have a whole lot of crew, but
right.
But the cast is amazing. I love each and every one of them. Like I said, Johnny Paisano, the rock star, and Randy Foster's his security. And then there are two other Grahams, Sharon Zarrett, Sharon Levine. And then we just added two wonderful additions, Sean Milady and Victor Album. They came on the show, and yeah, I know. I don't think I ever met a Victor before him, and this is number 2. I only met him a year or two ago.
We great guys.
So yeah, we love being together. Before COVID, when we shot an episode, since I'm mostly in Connecticut, I have an apartment in New York, but I'm mostly in Connecticut, and all my friends are in New York, I'd meet them halfway and treat them to a brunch, and we'd watch the episode together.
That's
when COVID started, we're doing it online mostly. So, Sue will call me, say it's ready. And we pick a time and date. I tell everyone we're all on Zoom watching together. But I just love each and every one of them. It's like I miss them when they're not here.
Right. Right. It becomes a family.
100%.
It becomes a family. And, and I tell people sometimes, man, I auditioned for these people that they didn't take me. I say, listen, sometimes you go to places and the people that have the cast, they're like family, and it's hard to get in to a family if one don't want you, they all don't want you.
Well, years ago, I did the last episode background only of Sopranos,
right?
And they were all so weepy and now I get it. I mean, I understood it, but I didn't. I'd never been there, and now with this cast, I'd be devastated if I couldn't work with them anymore. Because I love them. Like I said, I miss them when we're not working. So I really get it to work that closely with people and, on a professional level and a fun level. And, I just love it. I love my cast. That's all I can say.
Right. And I get it because, once you feel that comfortable in a set, the best of you come out, the best of you come out. It's not good to be on set when you feel nervous or you feel like you're not accepted in the circle for whatever reason, because sometimes you got actors that been there longer and so they feel like they're better than you.
Right.
So you feel out of place because you don't want to make a mistake, So I get it. It's so hard. So tell us about Grahams. What's Grahams all about?
Originally, it started as 3 Grahams that gossiped at a table, and then we flash back to something that happened, which is why it was Gossiping Grahams. Okay. Now it's Grahams because we really don't gossip anymore.
Yeah, okay. behind the scenes, you can find them gossiping.
On camera. On camera only.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
It's it's always going to be fun and comedic, but now there's an underlying message, very lighthearted. Whether someone's lonely in the episode, someone feels left out, someone feels bullied, but still it's done in such a light-hearted way. You don't sit there and go, "Oh, poor them." It's nothing like that. And then at the end of the episode, it's got the suicide hotline number, and there's actually for the last year or two been a number you can text if people don't want to talk or can't talk for whatever reason.
Right.
So that appears at the end, and I'm hoping somewhere it sinks that little message in each episode. That hey, this lady was bullied by all these people, and she's still around, and she's still So that's really what it is. It's just, but they're just fun situations. My friend Sharon Zarrett, who plays Graham Name, was having an affair with one of the characters, and it turns out he's gay. So the next episode, she wasn't anymore.
Oh, Jesus, she switched up that fast. Okay.
So that episode, he's kind of trying to find himself.
Right.
And that can be a real problem as far as kids
find
themselves and self-esteem. So that's what I'm saying. It's just, we make it fun and silly, but there are messages in there.
Right.
To be found,
Right. I have a friend of mine named Bella Levy. She's against human trafficking. She runs the Blue Ribbon Project. But all this comes into play. What you're doing. The proceeds that you get, sending it to this. What is it? The teaching suicide preventing. To prevent awareness. That's amazing. That's great. I think what you're doing is
it's
great.
funny. I went to the police station a few months ago, try to get some statistics, and it must have been more. It was when COVID was pretty bad, so it must have been more than a few months ago, maybe last summer, last spring. And they said, you know what? Right now, it's really hard because we're finding a lot more seniors in that category because once COVID hit and they couldn't have company and they couldn't get out and they were 85, they just ended it, which was horrible to hear. He said, I have a better idea for you. When this is all over and we're back to business here. But they said the majority of people throughout the worst of COVID that committed suicide were seniors, at least in my town. I mean, I don't know about worldwide, but so that's tough. And you're old and you're lonely, and now your only friend can't visit, or you can't go out to the store. You're high risk because you're 80. That's tough.
It's tough, and
Yeah.
it's tough because when you're young, you're working, you're saving money for the future. When you get older, but money runs out. If your money's not making money,
you're talking about people on the set not making you comfortable.
Yeah.
My Patricia Arquette story. I was
Okay, I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. Hold on. Say something again.
And nobody's making money.
Okay, now there's like a delay.
Yeah,
it's like a little small delay.
I know. I was on a set a few years back. Ben Stiller was the director, and the main star was Patricia Arquette. I was a waitress in a diner. Now, there's one scene where Patricia Arquette walks in and sits next. No,
Sorry, guys.
I didn't do anything.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're going in and out. I can hear
Hello?
you. You're a little. Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can hear me? It happens. Sometimes it's the
Maybe
location.
somebody's got the phone on in my house or
I
something.
don't know what
Would that cause it?
it could be like location where you at. Sometimes it freezes, it come back and forth. It could be the location. Can you hear me now?
Can't hear me?
Yeah, you're I can you're like coming in and out. No, I can't now. Sorry guys. It just happens sometimes where you lose um connection. And this could be sometimes the location where she's located. Can you hear me, Andy? You can hear me, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, see now I can
Can you
hear you.
hear me?
Yeah, it's probably the location where you're at. It's probably where you at. I don't know, but yeah, you were saying Patricia. I lost you again. I lost you again. I lost you again, sweetie. um, Try moving the location. I don't know, maybe.
Lance, turn the phone off.
Okay, you got close there to something. I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Can you?
Yeah. Wait.
Huh. I
Yeah. So
don't know
yeah.
why. I haven't touched anything. You know me, I'm not touching.
Yes, Charlotte. We know she's going in and out. We're trying to get her. Bob is saying he can put a man on the moon. Okay, try saying it's the cat. It's the cat. It's the cat. No, try saying something. Sorry, guys. I apologize for this. It's the
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I can hear you
I don't know
going in and
why.
out.
Oh,
I
you
don't know
can?
if it's because you're too. Yeah, you're going in and out.
Because I haven't moved an inch.
Okay.
And I'm not
See,
touching
now I can
anything.
hear you.
You can hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah. No, sometimes it's just.
Yeah, so I was in a
it's just
movie. I was
where you
playing a
at.
waitress in a diner. Ben Stiller directed. Oh, what?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sorry guys. We're trying to fix this.
Just move the laptop.
Oh, you're on a laptop. Are you on a laptop?
I'm going to just move over. Okay. Moving to my couch. Is that any better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Leroy,
Leroy, can you hear me now?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going in and out, but I can.
Wonder if it makes a difference if I plug this thing in. I mean, I know it's got a ton of. Now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah,
No?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear
No,
you.
you can't hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
You don't hear
I can
me.
hear you.
Do you hear me?
I only hear you. Yes.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Ugh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's
Sure.
like
Okay.
it's like you're in and
I'm sitting closer on my head, but
yeah. Well, we're having some technical issues, guys. Apologize for that.
maybe I'll try to go out. Try to go outside with this thing.
Try going back outside, see if you can get a better reception. Um, okay, say something now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you
Hello,
hear me?
one. Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I don't have one of those.
Can you
Can
hear
you hear me?
me? You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
can, you can hear me.
Yeah, now you're on point. Okay, so we left it at Patricia. So let me ask you this: was Patricia with Madonna and Jack Black? Is this what you're talking about? Oh,
That's
okay.
3 different stories.
Okay. So Patricia, bring me back to Patricia.
So she had a very intense scene where she walks in the diner and sits down with her leading man, who I don't know who that was, and they get emotional and she starts crying. And I'm behind the counter, like in the diner, just listening. And all of a sudden she yells, cut. And she comes up to me and says, what the F are you doing? Playing hockey back here? And I look around. It was the ice machine. So that's really embarrassing. I mean, she was in my face.
Wow.
And Ben Stiller's looking at me, and I'm like, I said, wasn't me. And she couldn't have apologized more. Seriously. She was she felt terrible. But when they started the scene again, I went a mile away from that machine, that ice machine. I mean even the techs tried to fix it. And they, every so often just drops ice. They couldn't get it to stop. They couldn't, even unplugging it. So, but I'm glad she saw it was the ice machine, not me. Like,
right. But that's not the way you talk to anyone anyway. You don't approach anyone in that type of manner.
I know. No,
especially if you consider yourself a professional, you don't do. You just don't talk to people like that.
I know.
I would have just walked out. I said, you don't talk. I would have been, listen, I don't talk to people like that. You talk to me like that in front of people or embarrass me, I'm out of here. You find someone.
You know what? I froze. I was humiliated.
Yes.
I froze.
Yes, you don't do that.
I mean, a star is in your face cursing at you.
No.
What'd I do?
What was my part again? What was that line again? Amazing.
Now, my Madonna story.
Yes. So okay. So take me to the Madonna, because it's Patricia. That's why I thought there was that Patricia.
Right.
Patricia,
That was
Madonna and Jack Black.
Madonna. I was on the set of WWE. Her daughter was the star. She was directing it. And they wanted me to move somewhere, somewhere else. They said, you go over there, whatever. And this guy from the crew backed me up. Well, I fell on the dolly track and broke 2 toes. My foot got caught under it. And Madonna herself came over and picked me up, which I was shocked about. And I didn't know she was that short. So I'm really short, and she only got me by a little bit. And she apologized. What can I do? And I said, nothing, it's fine. Before I even filled out a claim, she was sending me checks every week. Nice sized checks, more than I make. Which was amazing. I guess she didn't want to be sued, which I'm not that type anyway. But I'm very honest about it. When I was able to work again about 8 weeks later, I wrote the company and said, I'm set. Don't send any more money. But that was pretty amazing. That, like I said, that she herself. Oh, and the really funny part was she called the casting company to get my name, and casting called me and said, Madonna called here. It's like Madonna herself called me.
Wow.
And that was like the biggest thrill for that agency.
Wow. I know you was like, yeah, that was for me. Yeah, what does she want?
Yeah, hold for 10 minutes. Madonna, we're busy.
Right. Oh my goodness. You know, it's great to work with people like that.
No, she's very, very nice lady. She really was.
Yeah.
And she was a smart businesswoman to do what
Right.
she did, because I could be some kook that tried to sue her for millions or whatever, which I'm not, but
Right.
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that would have taken big advantage of that name.
Oh, of course. But that's why you're where you at today, because you got a great heart.
Thank you.
And you're not out for that. You're out for bigger purposes. And to send a bigger message out there. So
For sure.
and you're never going to need nothing because you got God. God is always going to provide you with work. It's going to provide you with great people like these people that are tuning in to watch your interview. Ray says, and we're back.
Oh, Roy.
Is it Roy? Yeah, Roy.
Yeah, he was actually in one of my episodes as a chef.
Oh, is he a good cook? Is he a good cook?
Well, that day he was, because he didn't.
Roy, we're gonna have to check on your cooking. Okay. I got my great friend Kathy Mohammed from Virginia. She's an actress as well. She's an amazing woman. Thank you for logging in, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
This is Andi Poland, by the way. She's also an actress. So you're from the Connecticut area. So you're close to me. I'm from Boston. So we're close. We're like, okay.
You know what's funny? I never asked you that. And the number of times I've gotten on Zoom the wrong time because it's Pacific time. And all of a sudden I'm getting ready. And I said, what if he's in the West Coast? This could be 10 p.m. So I didn't know where you were. Being friends with Jen, I thought you might be out west somewhere.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know.
No, I'm from Boston. We're neighbors. And this is why, Andy, I love my show. I got friends all over the world. You name it. They probably been on my show all the way from the UK to Israel to Germany to the UK. I mean, I got people that been on my show from everywhere, especially the States.
That's wonderful.
And
yeah,
and
what a fun job.
Yeah, and most of them are all actresses, directors, producers, songwriters. I just love it. Because it gives me an opportunity to meet people from all over the world, great people with good hearts and stuff. And sometimes what I do is I connect them. I connect them with other directors or
hint.
Okay. So I love it. So tell me, being a producer, because you produced
the Gossiping Grams. Now the Grams.
Gossiping Graham, yeah.
Yeah. That's my baby.
What would you say is the hardest part of being a producer?
I think the hardest part I'm having right now is getting everybody that's free on the same day. It's crazy. I mean, it's not like a cast of 30. It's like 7 of us, and it's like, oh, we got to have you in it. Okay, let's take a vote. Everyone can do September 10th. Yes. No. Okay, let's try September. Yeah. No. I mean, we didn't do one all summer because couldn't get us together, but summer's tough.
Right.
That's probably my hardest part. There's been some differences with a couple people.
Right.
Didn't always end well. But said, what are you gonna do? Gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. I think the producer's job is harder than the director's job. You ask me, because you got to coordinate everything. You got to coordinate the people. You got to make sure everything's on point. Everything you need, the cameras, everything's on set. Make sure that the people are on set on time. It's too much.
Yeah,
But
it does get to be crazy. I'd much rather be in front of the camera. This is
right,
not my thing. I mean, I love gossip, the grams, but
right.
sometimes it is rough. But we've had a lot of fun. I mean, my house, every room is somebody else's house. So
Okay.
the back room is my house. We even had to film the front of the neighbor's house as my house because we used the front for someone else.
But that's creative.
Yeah,
That's what
that's the fun stuff. That's
that's
the
the
fun
fun
stuff.
stuff about
Right.
it, you know. And that's why, I love shooting this film I'm shooting, my first film, and I love it because I'm very creative, right? I'm a creative person. I think about stuff, and sometimes I switch up stuff, as I go. But that's the beautiful thing of creating a film is that you can be creative and add and take out, you know, and add people and take out people. Uh,
Yeah, we
so
had a lot of people that came like for one day because that's all we needed them. Like
yeah.
Mr. Roy, my chef there, who
Mhm.
hopefully I'll have him back. It depends on the script. I don't write the scripts,
Right,
so,
right,
but I definitely do the casting. I'm
right,
very comfortable with who I've cast. I really think that in certain episodes they really belonged in that
right,
character. Um,
right,
so that part isn't bad at all. I like the casting, but again, there's been a few differences here and there.
right,
Um,
right,
but mostly it's really run for the most part pretty smooth. It really has.
right. So we don't need Roy going in there burning anything up, you know.
Yeah,
All that,
he supposedly made cupcakes that my best friend Donna, who was on a little while ago, she made them ahead of time, and
right.
and Graham Nan pulled them out of unheated oven. Oh, all done, and Roy got the credit.
Ooh, boy.
Roy's New Hampshire. I have, I believe, more friends in Boston than I do in New York.
Right.
Probably, I have a lot of friends in Boston
Oh, okay.
that I miss a lot.
Okay. Well,
Um,
you got me. I'm from Boston. Hey,
oh,
okay.
I knew after texting you with you for about 30 seconds, oh my God, this guy is fun. I could
Yeah.
tell right away.
Hey, ain't no show like the Don Big Show. I'm trying to tell you. This is see. I tell my people, my guests, be yourself. Be who you are. This ain't nothing script. I don't write scripts for nobody. You can, just be yourself. Tell your story. Have fun. We
Right.
laugh. We joke around, and that's what we do here on the show. And I try to make every guest as comfortable as I can. You know,
Well, you do a good
because
job.
yeah, well, I've
When
been
I
doing it.
went to your Facebook page and saw you dancing away to Olivia Newton-John, I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So and that's me. This is me all day, every day, right? Even when I'm off camera, I'm not doing my show.
But
That's
that's why I sent you that little video with Jimmy Fallon, and
yes,
I said he's gonna love this. He'll be
yeah,
dancing all night.
yes. I was already bobbing my head. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. So when how many episodes have you putting out already on Grams?
Well, we have 6 episodes in season 1,
Okay.
and I think 4 so far in season 2 out of 6. But I have all those crazy episodes we did before Sue came that I'm kind of not counting. I mean, there's so much fun in there, but they have nothing. There's no story. I mean, the episode is a story. It has nothing to do with the last story or the one coming up.
Right. Right.
So we've done, if I counted those, we've probably done about 15, I'd say.
Right. Because the one I seen was you, another lady, were in the house. She came over your house with sticky fingers. I call her sticky fingers. The one that was stealing. She stole your
Oh,
bracelet.
that's my granddaughter.
Yeah, I don't want her at my house. Don't bring it here.
That's my granddaughter.
Yeah, she's awesome. I loved her. I was like,
She
oh,
did a great job. I mean,
she
she
did.
really, really did. I'm
She
so
did
proud of her.
great. I said, I don't want her at my house. She
If
said,
you ever watch the episode, I can't remember the name of it, with a game show. I can't. It's the game show episode. My other granddaughter is in that one, the older one.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
oh, it's fun. Like I said, dedicated to the boys. So I'm trying to make it as personal as possible. Like
Right.
one of the Grahams knew both my sons, and
Mm,
now the director knew one of my sons. I mean,
wow.
I couldn't ask for anything more with that.
Wow.
Um,
What were the chances of that? Like,
yeah, I know it. I mean, some people have told me, I tell them that story and they get chills because, I mean, you and I talked about psychics and stuff like that.
yeah.
But, oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Randy just told me Smarty Pants. That's the name of the game show. Thank you,
Thank
Randy.
you, Randy. You on point, Randy. I might have to hire you to keep me on point because I'll be forgetting my own name sometimes.
Well, he's one of the contestants, so he wants you to know, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That is to this day still one of my favorite. I love that episode. Even though it has nothing to do with what we're doing now, it's a really fun episode.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's funny. Thanks, Randy.
Randy bailed us out. He bailed you out.
Randy to the rescue.
Okay.
That's our security, Smitty. Always on the job.
Yeah, get ready. You get a 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up and 2 checks. Okay. So you got 6 episodes and 4 of the new episode.
4 of the new season. They're being released every Friday
Okay.
on YouTube at, I think she said it's 2:00 every Friday.
Okay.
We get a new episode out. And then we're filming next month.
Okay.
So we try to do one a month, but it's hard because everybody's schedule. This is not their full-time job, and they do get paid, but I have to respect the fact that their job pays more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work with everyone. It's just very hard.
It's
It's very hard. Everybody's got a life outside of the Grams.
Right. Do you need them all at the same time when you
Not
film?
always. No, like the episode you're talking about, which is me and one of the Grams and my
Right.
granddaughter.
Right.
We don't.
Okay, because that way you can just call the people that you need for that shoot.
We actually did episode that we filmed was in the wrong order because we couldn't get someone we really needed. Every date we gave him, he couldn't do. So the writer just said, you know what? We're going to do episode 4 and then 3. Because it was making all of us crazy to not be able to. So that's what we did because episode 4 didn't have him and a couple others,
Right.
So we're just doing what we can.
Okay. So what do you love most about, besides the acting, what else do you love about filming?
Just the camaraderie, just my friends. I mean, I've become closer and closer. Randy, who's listening, and Johnny, they're like my favorite 2 guys in the whole world. I just adore them. Randy and his wife actually are coming here Saturday, have dinner and stuff. We're just all close, and I love being with them. So we just laugh a lot. We have a lot of fun, and we get to do what we like. Very hard to get speaking parts. I know Randy has an agent. He's been auditioning. But like I said to you before we were on the air, it's if Law and Order says we need one person to say hello, we got 100 people, submitting for that. For hello, it's so they're thrilled to act, not be a tree or a fire hydrant in the background. We love having speaking parts,
Right.
So gives everybody a chance to do their thing in a really fun atmosphere.
Right. I love talking to directors and producers like yourself because it gives me ideas for when I start shooting my movie, my series. I already shot the trailer. The trailer's out. It's on my page and stuff on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Tell me the name again.
it's called Chasing the Money. It's called Chasing the Money.
In other words, what everyone in the whole world does. Chase that money.
Yeah, Chasing the Money. Okay, it's called Chasing the Money, and I get ideas and from you guys, so it helps out for when I start shooting. What to do, what not to do, what to look for, what not to look for. Because I'm gonna probably be like the softest director and producer because I'm soft-hearted. I don't like to say no to people. I do
They know
say no
that clearly.
when I have to, but pretty much I'm always a yes guy, because I want to see people win. I want to see people be involved in something positive, knowing that where I came from growing up, everything was not negative. Everything I seen, everything I got into was negative. So now that I got the opportunity, I got a platform, and I got great people surrounding me that want to help me. I want to help others and show them that, there is a way out and there's other things to do besides negativity,
Right.
you know. Um,
Well,
so,
that's like, I mean, we're similar in that way because, when I started going to support groups, I needed
yeah.
the support. Um, it's chasing the money, Vic.
Yes, Randy, chasing the money. Thank you. Hey, Randy, are you looking me up, Randy? It's chasing the money. Thank you, Randy.
Got to watch that, Randy. It's a sneaky
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Um, so I went for the support. Now I really go to help. And it's not that I don't still need help, but I've established my really close mom friends and I'll text with them or call them. But when I go in the group, it's like a new mom just lost their kid 2 months ago, you
Wow,
know,
that's so
and I
sad.
try to help them. And what did you do about holidays? And there's so much that goes on in your head. They're all, no day is perfect, but you got the real bad days, the holidays, their
Yes.
birthday, Mother's Day. It
Chris,
just goes on and on.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Those
And I've got
holidays.
two. So I got two birthdays and
Oh, wow.
both the days that they left, one in April, one in July. Um, so yeah, so I try to stay busy those days, but every once in a while I still break down. I miss them
Yes, yeah, and
so much.
that's understand. You're human, and it's understandable. So how do you get to cope with everything? Your family, the film, the work. Like, how do you balance? You know, everything that's going on in your life. Like, how do you balance that?
Well, I don't have any more kids in the house. My sons are gone. My daughter is 41, married with two kids. Um, you know, uh, my favorite, my being a grandma is my favorite role.
Okay,
I wouldn't give up that role for any role in the world because
okay,
I adore my three grandkids, two granddaughters here in Connecticut, and I have my grandson um, in Myrtle Beach. So I go there as much as I can, and that's my favorite role. But and then when I'm not with them, I'm usually doing this, whether it's taking a class. Uh, there's a lot of classes online. I take
right,
script analysis and character development. I mean, you never learn everything.
right,
You just don't. And
right.
you can have a different teacher say the exact same thing, but you pick up something else on, oh, I never thought of it. So I love it. So those
Right,
are the two main things in my life, my family and this. And
right.
they both make me very happy
That's
and
good.
I just keep busy,
Right,
you know. So, and I have some really good friends.
right.
I'm,
You know,
I'm lucky. When you lose kids like I did, you lose friends and you gain friends. And there's some things we're all experiencing. I mean, nobody's story is the same,
right,
but some people just don't know how to be around you anymore.
right,
They don't know what to talk about. They're scared to say your kids' names, not realizing that we're thinking about them 24/7.
right.
So they're uncomfortable. And sometimes I think that uncomfortableness rises from the fact that they don't want to mention it with their family. You know,
Yeah.
um, but like I said, I've got a lot of good stuff in my life, and I will see my boys again.
Oh, definitely. They're watching right now. Um,
Well, when anybody asks me what's the first thing I'm going to do when I see them, my answer is always after I beat the crap out of them for putting me through this, I'll never let them go. That's
yeah,
my
you're
honest
something
answer.
else, Andy. You're something else. I'm glad you're not my mom. You ain't beating me up all the time. I'm trying to tell you, I'll be running out the door. Mom coming, Andy coming, I'm out the door.
Over my knee, Victor.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's crazy.
Hey, it's an
So
honest answer.
it sure, yeah, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. So, you know, if you wasn't acting right now, what would you find yourself doing?
If I what? I'm sorry.
if you wasn't in the acting field, what would you
Wow.
see yourself doing?
I don't.
You don't.
There's nothing else I want to do, including producing.
Okay.
um, um, no, I just love this. I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I'd go to Myrtle Beach more and spend more
Yeah.
time on the beach with my grandson. I mean, and I'm the crazy gram that does rides that my daughter won't do, or my daughter-in-law. So I'll take them on the crazy roller coasters and all for them. I took my grandson on a helicopter ride. I mean, these are not things the parents will do. I will, So I'm just having fun being a kid, I guess.
Hey, we all got kids in us. No matter how old we are, there's always the kid come out of us.
Oh,
And I like that. I like that. To see a person, switch it up a little bit. Because
well, like I, we all, almost everybody has Actors Access, which is a site that you fill out your profile and they automatically send you auditions that fit. And if you read my career coach helped everybody fill it out, and he said you got to make your more fun, the little profile on yourself. So I think in there I said never ran into a roller coaster I said no to. It's like, letting casting know I'm crazy. Um, my absolute favorite part I ever had was I got booked on a pilot, and I was like the Mrs. Kravitz of Bewitched. I was smelling under doors for pie. Oh my God. It was the most fun
how
part I
funny
ever
is
did.
that?
Oh, it was me. It was so me.
I would have been laughing on set. I would have been like, "Y'all got to get me out of here. I cannot see Andy doing this. I
Oh
would
my
die.
God.
I would die."
Oh, I know 3,000 pilots don't get picked up, but boy, was I like, please, I do, At least I had a fun week playing that. Oh my God, was that fun? I want to look out for the old lady that's don't smoke pot, put a towel under the door. I can't remember what my name was. Mrs. Somebody's on the hall,
That's so fun. Would you like? Do you like more like the drama type, the action type, the
Comedy.
comedy? Comedy's your. That's what you like more. Okay.
I love comedy. I really do. And that's what everybody's supposed to brand themselves, they say, when they're an actor.
Right.
And like your essence or whatever. And that, you will not find me getting hired in an evening gown with my hair up and diamonds around my neck or something. It's just my career coach. I showed him one formal picture. He goes, "You look like you're going to throw up." It's just not me,
Right.
I can really throw myself into fun. And I don't find weddings, ballroom, and that much fun.
Who would you like to work with if you had an opportunity to work with someone? And
Well, I've met Adam Sandler many times.
he's from Boston. He be in Boston a lot.
I love that man. He knows me, not by name, but by face. Every time he ran to me with a whole group there, he ran to me, gave me a hug, and I said, "Adam, my name's Andy." He goes, "Okay, kid." I said, why don't you call me Andy? Next time he walks by me, he goes, "Hey, kid." I'm like, "I forget it."
Forget it. He probably just can't remember your name.
Or he didn't want to.
All right. So
I would love to have a speaking role with him. Absolutely.
How is he off camera? Is he
couldn't get nicer?
Really?
Could not get nicer.
Really?
Oh, I adore that man. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
It really is.
I ask you that because sometimes, you ask people about other actors when they're on set and they cool, and then when they're off set, you can't even talk to them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to give you the time of
I'll
day.
tell you, I've been with a million stars, Drew Barrymore, and I mean, you name it. And out of all these people, there's only two that are disgusting, but I won't say it on the show. I'll tell you privately later. Because there's two. There's two. Well, I don't want to be in trouble because there's two horrible, horrible people. But for the too horrible, there's 3,000 nice, you know,
Nice
it's
ones.
so nice.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
See, right. And you know, that's what I want to do as a director for my series and a producer. I don't want to be that guy that people say I hate working with that guy. That guy is, man. Listen, I don't want.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I want everybody to say, hey, I want to work with this guy. This guy is funny. He's a great director. He knows what he's doing, and he put out good stuff. You know, and I just did an interview not too long ago with Natalie Perry. She's an amazing actress. She's she's being booked a lot, and she says to me, you know, I would like to be in your series. Send me your, you know, the script. And I was shocked that she said that to me. You know, that she wanted to be in my series. And
Well, I wouldn't mind either, Victor. Don't forget about me.
hey, hey, yeah. So you know, I was shocked, but it's good to know because
No,
once
but I mean, I can't imagine anybody like having a problem with you. You know, you're just fun and you're easygoing. Like I said, I mean, we text like 1 minute. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I like him. You know, you can
yes,
tell right away.
okay, I, what you see is what you get. This is who I am. You know, I love people. I love people, and I want to see everybody win. And if I can do anything that helps someone's career boost up, then that's what I do because that's who I am. I'm not. I don't care about money. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is your happiness. I want to see you happy. I want to be able to say, you know what? Look at Andy today. She's happy. You know, she's in a better place. You know, and I don't do it. I don't do things for people so I can get things back in return. I don't do that. I do it
The
because
same way.
that's my
I
heart.
mean, I want my show to make money for my cast because they're so great.
Right.
But anything I got, um, you know, I wouldn't keep it. It would go right to the schools to teach suicide. So I'm not looking for money for me either. I'm,
Okay.
oh God,
You see,
Randy,
Randy blasting you right now.
I met Randy on a bus set 15 years ago, and we hit it off immediately. But it was goodbye, goodbye. Next week, I was on another bus in another set next to him, Randy. So I'm like, you know what? This is meant to be.
Exactly.
And we have so much in common. It's mind blowing where we came from, where I went to college. He has family there. I mean, even one time I was getting a fitting somewhere upstate New York, and I was telling me, he goes, you got to be kidding. I was at the diner in that town yesterday. I said, what? It's just constant. I mean,
Wow.
it's so much fun to have a friend like that, you know, they totally get you because they're in the same spot, you know?
Wow. So all these amazing people that I hear, Randy, Roy, who else is up here?
Alicia, Nancy.
Alicia, Nancy. Are these all people that
Ali-
are on your set? Or
No. Randy, yes. Alicia and Nancy are moms I met through the support group.
And Bob?
Roy was on the set. Bob has never been on the set, but I met him on set, you know, in Boston.
Oh, he's
on a set. But
he's from Boston. He's from our town.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to see Bob one day.
I don't know. Sorry, Bob. I don't know everybody's outskirt. I don't remember which it was. Somewhere around Boston.
Yeah. I'm from I used to live in the city in Dorchester, Roxbury area. Oh. That's like the real, you know, tough neighborhoods. But now I live in Rockland, Massachusetts, which is a laid back place.
Where is that?
Near Nantasket Beach. It's off near Cape Cod, like further down.
Oh, you're way up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not way up. I'm close to, like Weymouth.
Oh.
Higham, Weymouth. Okay. I'm right there.
Gotcha. No Boston accent.
Huh?
You're not saying I parked the car. Where's your accent?
Oh, you know what? I get that a lot. They be like, you sound like you from New York, right? You don't say car. I do sometimes. Car, you know. Yo, who parked the car over there?
But what Randy's writing about Mad World, we both discovered it was both of our favorite movie. He has told us for years that he's going to have a Mad Mad World party and everybody's going to come dressed as someone, but hasn't done it yet. Hear that?
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh,
She gave you a heads up on her live.
I just got to tell you my Jack Black story real quick because I know it's time to.
Okay, go ahead. Don't worry.
I was on a movie with Jack Black called The Polka King, as in the dance, the polka. Okay. And he was doing a telethon, and I was picking up the phone, answering calls. So the music starts, he's dancing around. I'm not really paying attention to him because I'm in my thing. All of a sudden, he takes my phone, he hangs it up, grabs my face, and makes out with me.
Oh!
And I'm like this with the phone. I couldn't function. I mean, they wanted to catch my reaction, but it was a little over the top.
Over the top.
And he gets back on stage and he looks at me. He goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "Oh, I'm better than okay."
Can we try that once? See if we can get a better shoot.
Oh, are you kidding? We did it 4 times after that.
That's great.
They wanted in the scene, but they couldn't get that crazy reaction of the first one.
Funny.
But I was on the lunch line, and I got a tap on the shoulder. I think it's one of my friends. I turn around and he goes, "That was my favorite part of the movie." I'm like, "Get away from me."
Wow.
He's
so crazy.
And I think my boys made that happen. Honestly, it was the first time because they were Jack Black fanatics. Really? Always hoping that I was on a set with him, they could meet him. So when I got to set and I saw this crowd of people, I'm like, it's Jack Black. Oh, my boy, And then when he kissed me, and they moved my seat around. And sometimes they do that because I have the same color hair as someone. But no, they had me as a target.
Oh, they was setting you up for that one. Oh.
And what's so funny is the lady that played his wife in the movie, she kicks my chair and she goes, "He never kisses me in the movie." I said, he likes blondes. And I turned around. What do you want me to do? I didn't write the script.
That's hilarious.
Well, that's my daughter, Kelly Ramo. And her daughter, Abby, was the thief.
Yeah.
And her daughter, Maya, was in an episode, like I said, the game show episode. So it's great to have them both on there.
Right. That's so, it's great when you're working with great casts or you get booked for, a series or whatever, a movie, and you work with great casts. I mean, it makes it just much easier for you as an actor or actress, to go out there and perform. And I think that's the key for any actor that's going to a set for the first time, or even if they're been acting for a while, to go on set and work with a great team to make you feel comfortable. I mean, when you're making someone feel comfortable, you're going to bring the best out of them. The best is going to come out.
They're happy.
Nervous,
you're right.
Feeling nervous, or you go to a set and everybody's talking and nobody's talking to you. They make you feel like you're the outsider. I've been to a set where everyone's talking and I walk in and my presence, they're like, "Whoa, don't shoot nobody." You know what I mean? Where I'm like, "Dude, like, can I get some conversation? Can I feel like can I get some of that love? Can I feel like I need some love in here, And then when it's time to shoot, that's in my mind, am I really supposed to be here? And do these people like me or they don't like me?
I know.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely.
I just like to be. I want to feel warmed from the get-go before we even start shooting, so that I can go in there and say, "Okay, I'm all set. These people are great people. I feel the vibe, the energies, the go. I'm gonna go here and do what I have to do."
That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say thank you to the best casting director in New York, Sammy Jane Tilton, who's coached me in auditions, and the nicest lady you could ever meet. She calls me Angela, and I call her SB, Sammy Baby. So we have a very good relationship. And I asked her, "Do you mind me mentioning you?" She said, "Not at all." So I just wanted to mention her because I love her. And she's helped me. She's helped me a lot.
That's amazing. So I want to thank you for giving me your time. We went even over 7 minutes over, but that's fine because this is your show and you do what you want to do, say what you want to say. I'm just here to give you the platform.
Thank you for having me. This was really a lot of fun. And like I
Yeah.
said, after a minute of talking to you on text, I knew it was going to be.
You know, it's going to be a crazy show.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for your time. Keep doing what you're doing. If there's anything I can do to help you, I'm just a text away, phone call away, however you want to do it.
Thank you.
And we'll talk more about what we got going on and see how we can, work something out. Because you're only down the street from me,
I know.
you're only like an hour and a half away from me.
I'm,
So
I'm just so happy it's not 10 o'clock because you're on the West Coast.
no,
So happy.
we're in the East Coast, baby. We're on the East Coast.
It just dawned on me this morning. I'm like, oh my God, what if he's in Oregon or LA? I hope I stay awake.
Not with this accent. Not with this accent.
True. What's wrong with me?
Okay, from the East Coast.
Thank you again. This was really, really a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad you
Thank
enjoyed
you
it.
to Jennifer Dawn.
Yeah, Jennifer. Many kisses to Jennifer, and
Yes.
thank her for making this happen for us. And I want to thank all the viewers that logged in to show Andi some love and support. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And we're going to bring you back on the show, Andi, in a couple more months, just to see what you got going on with your series and what you're working on again, and see
maybe I can get you on an episode of mine.
Hey, okay. So
now that half the cast knows you.
Okay. Hey. Okay. So guys, don't get nervous when you see the big guy coming through the door. Okay, I'm kind of blind, so if I ain't got glasses, I'll be walking like this. Okay, the mummy's in the building. So thank you, Andi, and listen, it's all love over here on this side for you. So
I know.
You're welcome anytime you want to come on the show. You have anything you want to talk about, or anything you need to address about suicide awareness, we can make that a topic and you can talk about it. We'll bring you on the show and we can talk about that. And if you want to, this is up to you. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
If you want to get the girls together that are in the group and come on the show, I can bring you all on the show and we can talk about that situation.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and have you and the girls of the group here at the same time. We can talk about that situation, and maybe we can help someone else that's going through it. Give them some advice on how to get over it or what they can do to, to reach out to you guys for help.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. Yeah, I definitely love to promote that. I just want to spare another family.
Yeah.
It's real heartache. It changes your whole life forever.
Right. So, this is your platform. This is your platform. Use it for your advantage.
You're the best. The best. You really.
Thank you. You are the best too. And I see you soon, sweetie.
Okay. Like you said, I'm right next door. Come visit.
Okay. Ciao. Yes, everyone. That was Andi Poland, amazing woman. Oh, listen, I wish all my guest was like that. She's amazing. So a big shout out to Andi Poland, big shout out to the whole cast, big shout out to everyone that came on to support her. I'll see you guys next week. I'll be is it next week? Not sure yet. I don't know who I might have on the show for next week, but definitely someone will be come up for next week. I got something coming up that I'm cooking for Leonard Skinner, the band. I'm working something to see if we can bring the band up on the show. So tune in for that, man. I'll give you more updates as I get more information about Leonard Skinner. And so you guys can tune in because it's going to be live. No, Kathy, I'm not I'm not going to VA in September. I got some other things I need to do. I'm gonna be shooting this film out here, so I'm gonna be real busy starting not this week, next on the 20th to the 27th. I'll be filming a lot. I'll be out here filming, and then in September I'll be filming some more. So I don't know if I'll be out in Virginia. But I'll keep you posted, sweetie. Brad, you already know, brother. You ain't even gonna ask me. Okay? You already know that. You're welcome, Joshua. StreamYard, all you gotta do, Joshua, is download it. StreamYard app. Good night, Evelina. Evelina Destiny, she's a singer out of Philadelphia. She's a great singer, great friend of mine. You guys can follow her on her page, Evelina Destiny. Check out her music. She got a song called Honey Bun. Okay? Y'all need to check that out. So thank you guys. I appreciate the love. And I'll see you guys next weekend. Thank you, Andi Poland, for coming on the show. And thank you guys for supporting her, because it's all about support and love. And I thank you guys for coming on and supporting her and supporting the show. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. And I'm going to leave you guys with peace, love, respect, and I'm out of here.